And could we please welcome Zanele Njapha to the stage? Struggling with change? You're in the right place. Known as the UnLearning Lady, Zanele Njapha is a multi-Forbes featured founder and CEO of the Unlearners, certified change management consultant, neuro coach, award-winning TEDx speaker, and faculty at Duke Corporate Education. She helps individuals and organisations unlearn outdated habits and build agile, future-ready cultures. Her clients include, are you sitting down? Coca-Cola, Unilever, Visa, Meta, Netflix, and Toyota, and the list keeps going, where she replaces change fatigue with curiosity, confidence, and momentum. Welcome. You've built your reputation around the idea that transformation requires unlearning, not just learning. Why is this message resonating so strongly with professionals right now?
Thanks so much, Sally. So what we've realized, or what I've discovered rather, is that it's not for lack of insight. Now, we are all super well educated. We have all of the right knowledge under our belts, but for some reason, we keep finding ourselves going right back to the exact same habits. Blink twice if you've ever gone, oh, it feels like this keeps happening to me. Or why do I keep having this experience? It feels like I'm stuck in a loop. So what research at Stanford says is that 90% of our thoughts are actually repetitive. So even when you think you're being fresh and strategic, you're probably just playing over a pattern.
Wow, yeah. Resonating? For someone who feels stuck despite consuming books, podcasts, and courses, what are they missing that your approach helps them to finally see?
I'd say the biggest thing that they're probably missing is that personal development doesn't actually create behavior change. What it does is it gives us insights, and insights are absolutely great, but at the end of the day, what we truly want is a change in behavior. And so what the 90-day UnLearning Journal allows people to do is to use awareness as a pattern interrupter that actually walks you through a process for sustainable behavior change.
Well, let's get into that. Your journal follows 3 stages: mirror, harvest, and rewrite. How does that structure move a person from awareness into that real behavior change?
Yes, so mirror, harvest, rewrites can be thought of as learn, unlearn, and relearn. So you literally walk through those 3 steps. And mirror is where you get an opportunity to really see yourself more clearly. So it needs a lot of self-awareness. And then secondly, when we harvest, you get to understand where a lot of your patterns are actually coming from and what you're trying to protect by developing that pattern in the first place. And then last but not least, when you rewrite, this is where you actually start to build the new neural pathways for the habit that you want to create.
Oh, fantastic. What are some of the most common beliefs or identity patterns that people realise they've outgrown During the 90 days. Give us the dirt.
Okay. I'll spill all the tea.
Spill the tea.
So this applies in so many different spaces. Hey, Sally. So what I would say is my favorite one is the idea that there is a right and a wrong way to do things. And I find that this is really tricky for us because we grow up in duality. It makes sense. Up, down, left, right, wrong, right. But I find that the biggest unlearning that people have to do is there are more than one ways to skin a cat. There's more than one way to skin a cat, and two different contrary ideas and perspectives can coexist.
Can they?
Yes.
I love learning. So if everyone in this room completed the journal, what would be different about how they lead, make decisions, or show up in their lives?
Cool, I love this question. So really, really quickly, 3 things. The very first one is they will lead with a lot more awareness or increased awareness. And then the second one, you will react or rather respond with more intention as opposed to reacting from a pattern you've built over 60 years. They say that what we end up doing is living 60 years and we think we're living 60 beautiful years, but all we're doing is 20 years 3 times over. So you will react with more, sorry guys, no offense to anyone who's 60, of course, but we will react with more intention. And then the last thing I think is really, really special about this is you will decide from the version of yourself that you want to be as opposed to the version of yourself that's created the story that you're trying to protect.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much. Could we please acknowledge Zanele Njapha and the 90-day UnLearning Journal? Thank you so much. Thank you.